Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribraja Acharya Stutara Satashi Shimad His Divine Grace of Bhoi Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribraja Acharya Astotera Satashi Shimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi Ki Jai ISKCON BBT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Nitya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Maya Purnavati Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Shamaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Go Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Guru. Krishna Vadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vachani Devi Sesa Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Noch mal ganz kurz richtig auf. Ja.
Shri Guru die Lotusfüße unseres Meisters, an unserer Möglichkeit, reinigen uns voll Dienst zu erreichen. Mit großer Hochachtung und Aufmerksamkeit verbeuge ich mich daher vor seinen Lotusfüßen. Mein lieber Bruder, es ist nur seiner Barmherzigkeit zu verdanken, dass wir die Wohlsein des materiellen Daseins bewerben und schwierig erlangen. Mein einziger Wunsch ist es, dass es mir gelingen möge, durch die Worte aus seinem Lotusmund das Bewusstsein zu reinigen. Ich hege keine andere Wünsche mehr. Anhaftung an die Lotusfüße des Spiritualmeisters ist die Vollkommenheit des Lebens. Durch seine Barmherzigkeit allein werden sämtliche Wünsche erfüllt. Er habe das Geschenk transzendental sich und offenbart göttliches in meinem Herzen. Er soll Geburt für Geburt mein Herz sein. Von ihm geht keine liebende Hingabe aus, und durch ihn wird alle Unwissenheit zerstört. Die Menschen schütteln singen seinen Charakter. O spiritueller Meister, du bist der Ozean der Barmherzigkeit, der Freude der Begebenheit und der Herrenmeister aller Menschen. O mein Meister, bitte seine Barmherzigkeit und gewähre mir den Schatten deiner Lotusfüße. Möge deine Herrlichkeit in anderer Welt verkündet werden. Die Zuflucht bei deiner Lotusfüße, Srila Prabhupada, rette die gefallenen Seelen. Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pujani Nivise Sasanyavari Paschatya Dasatamine. Radha Madhava Ki Jai. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jana Shoshananda Bhajaranjana Yashodanandana Bhajaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaha. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Devi Sesha Srinivadi Pracharine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 We're reading from the third canto, chapter 20, 53. Correct? 3:20. 20:53.
Correct.
Tevyash
Tevyash
cha
cha
ekaikashaha swasya dehasya angsam adat ajaha yat tat samadhi yoga riddhi tapas vidya virakti mat tevyaschaikai swasya dehayasham adaraja yatat samadhi yoga riddhi tapo vidya virakti mat tevyaschaikai swasya dehayangsham adaraja yatat samadhi yoga riddhi tapo vidya virakti mat tevyaschaikai swasya dehasyam samvadabnaja yatat samadhi yoga riddhi tapo vidya virakti mat tevyaschaikai swasya
Dehasyam sham adat aja yatat samadhi yoga riddhi tapo vidya virakti mat
Tevyaschaikai swasya dehasyam sham adat aja yatat samadhi yoga riddhi tapo vidya virakti mat
Ich bin ganz neu bei euch, ja? Ganz neu. Ich heiße Lorenz. Ja, nein, ich bin ganz neu. Ich bin ganz neu bei euch.
He's new here and he's...
Well, wait.
My name is Lorenz.
After the class.
Okay. Sorry.
Ladies.
Dehasyam
shamadadaja
yatat samadhi
yogavi
tapo vidya virakti mat.
Word meanings. Tevyaha, to them. Cha, and. Ekai kashaha, each one. swasya,
Swasya.
of his own, dehasya,
Dehasya.
body,
body,
angsha,
amsha,
part, adat, gave, ajaha,
ajaha,
the unborn Brahma,
the unborn Brahma,
yat,
yat,
excuse me, yat,
yat,
which,
which,
tat,
tat,
that,
that,
samadhi,
samadhi,
deep meditation,
deep meditation,
yoga,
yoga,
concentration of the mind,
concentration of the mind,
vriddhi,
the
supernatural power,
supernatural power,
tapas, tapas,
tapas,
austerity,
austerity,
vidya,
vidya,
knowledge,
knowledge,
virakti,
virakti,
renunciation,
renunciation,
mat,
mat,
possessing.
possessing.
To each one of these sons, the unborn creator of the universe gave a part of his own body, which was characterized by deep meditation, mental concentration, supernatural power, austerity, adoration, and renunciation. The word viraktimat in this verse means possessed of the qualification of renunciation. Spiritual realization cannot be attained by materialistic persons. For those who are addicted to sense enjoyment, spiritual realization is not possible. In the Bhagavad Gita it is stated, those who are too attached to seeking material possessions and material enjoyment cannot reach yoga samadhi, absorption in Krishna consciousness. Propaganda that one can enjoy this life materially and at the same time spiritually advance is simply bogus. The principles of renunciation are four: to avoid illicit sex life, to avoid meat eating, to avoid intoxication, and to avoid gambling. These four principles are called tapasya, or austerity. To absorb the mind in the Supreme, in Krishna consciousness, is the process of spiritual realization. Om jnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chaksun militam jen tasmai sri gurave namaha mukam karuti vachalam pangulangayate giri ukripatamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gauranita. So, we read yesterday that Lord Brahma was creating sons, not through.
I have eine Frage. Ich habe nur eine Frage. Nur ganz kurz.
After class.
Für alle.
Maybe
Für mich auch.
someone can talk to him outside.
nein, ganz kurz. Nein, ich möchte ganz kurz was sagen, okay? Ganz kurz was sagen.
Lass uns doch rausgehen, das fragt uns nicht raus.
Nein, ich möchte
Sonst stören wir die Klasse.
Nein, ganz kurz, ich möchte sofort rausgehen, auch sofort rausgehen. Ich möchte die ganze Organisation, ne? Das ist super, super. Glauben Sie mir. Sie machen, Sie selber, ne? Nein, ich möchte was ganz klar sagen. Sie selber, Sie sind super. Sie machen nichts damit kaputt. Sie versuchen uns selber, ihn zusammen zu machen. Ich möchte was sagen. Korrekt. Ich bin Moslem. Ich bin Moslem. Nein, ich bin Moslem. Ich bin Moslem. Ich bin hierher gekommen, um euch zu sehen.
Das ist schön.
Ein Mensch.
Wir haben unsere Regeln. Ne?
Hallo. Ich bin Moslem, ja? Ich bin hierher gekommen, um euch zu sehen. Hallo. Aber Sie leben nicht aber.
Exciting. We're living in the party district here?
Yeah, Cologne is one big.
Life is exciting here in the temple. Hare Krishna. So, yes. This morning, we read a statement that Prabhupada made. He said, if you're always Krishna conscious, you're always thinking of Krishna. And wherever you go, you make that a holy place. Just like wherever the sun goes, it's bright. You can hear? Yeah. Wherever the sun goes, everything's bright. Wherever a devotee goes, everything's bright. So because of his Krishna consciousness, everywhere he goes, he's bringing Krishna. That becomes a holy place. Sri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai Gauranga Dayal Nitai Ki Jai. So Brahma, he's creating suns through his own consciousness, and then they're expanding from his body. And whatever his consciousness was, that's the kind of suns he was creating. This is kind of true in life. By our own consciousness, we kind of generate, by our association, we affect people. So Brahma did it in a graphic way. We're also doing it a little bit, because our consciousness is affecting other people. So Prabhupada came, he created from his consciousness so many devotees, so many pure devotees, right? So many Indians came to America. What happened? Nix. Or they came, and from their consciousness, they created technology. Because Indians are very big on technology. So you create from your consciousness. Or they created a nice material life for themselves, because that's what they wanted. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, how do you know who is a pure devotee? Someone may say, I'm a pure devotee. He may roll on the floor when we're having kirtan, because that's an ecstatic symptom. He may cry when we're having kirtan. He may scream when we're having kirtan. Those are all ecstatic symptoms. And how do you know that person's advanced in Krishna consciousness? So you think, when we're having kirtan, he's crying, his voice is choking, he's rolling on the ground. He must have love of Krishna. He must be ecstatic. Right? Because you go to Nectar Devotion, it says this is the symptom of bhava. These are emotional ecstasies. So Jiva Goswami said that anybody could imitate that. But the qualities described in this verse, what is described, deep meditation, austerity, worship of Krishna, renunciation, you can't imitate that. You either have it or you don't. The other ones you can imitate. It's not that hard, you know. You can practice today, rolling on the ground. Sunday feast you can perform, and some people will offer you dandavats. He said, but the real characteristics of austerity, renunciation, and so forth, that you can't imitate. Those are real. So that's how you know. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, if you want to evaluate who is a pure devotee, or the success of a pure devotee, then you evaluate it by how many people he contacted whose lives changed.
You keep calm until the end.
So, I may say, yes, I'm a great devotee. All right, well, let's see how many devotees have become, how many people have become Krishna conscious by your association. That's how Bhaktivinoda said, Thakur said, that's how you evaluate, because a Vaishnava is giving birth to so many others by their association. Yes? Yes? And that you can't imitate, you can't fake. Right? So, the one time a man, he came into the temple and he was rolling on the ground during kirtan. So what do you do if somebody comes, is imitating ecstasy? What are you supposed to do?
Prabhupada said, take a stick and hit him. And if you don't become angry,
Oh yeah, if he becomes angry, he's not in samadhi. Yes. Somebody comes and is rolling on the ground. Srila Prabhupada, what do we do? Kick him. If he's in samadhi, he won't know. If he's not in samadhi, he'll get upset. That's how you test. So Prabhupada makes a nice point in the purport here. Very simple point. We'll read it again. Propaganda that one can enjoy this life materially and at the same time spiritually advance is simply bogus. Missed it? Propaganda that one can enjoy this life materially, at the same time spiritually advance, is simply bogus. And then then Prabhupada, bogus, you know, bogus.
Unfug. Unfug.
Bogus is what it sounds like. What does it sound like? You're bogus. He's bogus. It sounds like what it is. Simply bogus. Yeah. You can understand? Fake. So then, okay, so Prabhupada's saying, to enjoy materially and advance spiritually, it doesn't work. For spiritual enjoyment. And so what is spiritual enjoyment? Then he lists what he's talking about. Because sometimes people say, if you have a lot of money, you can't be spiritual. And then Prabhupada would say, does that mean all the poor people are spiritual? And all the rich people are not spiritual? But then people would say, no, I guess not. So, enjoying materially. All right, so you have a lot of money. Well, you have so many things. Does that mean you can't be spiritual? Just like once they picked up Prabhupada in a Rolls Royce. Well, then the newspaper reporter is like, why the nice car? So then Prabhupada is saying, do you think if you have money you can't be spiritual? So we have that conversation. So Prabhupada, when he says here you can't advance spiritually if you're materially trying to enjoy, he doesn't list a lot of money, big car, big house. He doesn't list any of those things. He lists the 4 regulative principles. So you have 4 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the pillars are holding up, they're holding up something. Let's say, for example, we're on the 1st floor, so there are 4 pillars holding us up. And what are those 4 pillars? Illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. So those 4 pillars you can't engage in and at the same time advance spiritually. Now, in one lecture, Prabhupada said, these are the sinful activities upon which materialistic civilization is being supported. That's why it's a foundation for materialistic life. If you knock them down, you have no materialistic civilization. Yes? You agree? So Prabhupada said, he was once on a morning walk
Yes.
in Beverly Hills. You know
Yes,
Beverly
yes,
Hills? Anyone been there?
Yes. My name is Levent. I have 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please.
Levent, ne dedik? Ne dedik?
1 minute, please, yeah? 1 minute, please, yeah?
So you can go outside. We'll give you all the minutes you want. So you
Nein,
can go
ich möchte,
outside.
ich möchte was sagen. Ich bin selber, nein, ich möchte was fragen, ja? Geht das gleich?
Time to go.
Später, nach dem.
O zaman gitmek lazım. Ben sana ne dedim?
Okay, ich warte. Warte.
Ama bir daha gene şey yaparsın.
Ich warte. Okay, nein, ich warte.
So he's keeping us awake. No one will nod out in class today. So Beverly Hills is a very beautiful place and very ornate homes, large homes. So Prabhupada was walking there and he was looking at the homes, how nice they were. Every home is different, they're not the same. Each home is like a work of art. Then he turned to the devotees and he said, do you think if a man were single, he would live in a home like this. A big, beautiful home. But you could see from the outside, beautiful curtains. Just beautiful, I don't know. You've seen pictures, or you've seen. Imagine a beautiful home. He said, no, if these men were single, they wouldn't live in a home like this. How would they live? Under the bridge. Maybe. In a caravan, little apartment, a small house, simple. Not as extravagant. So he's saying when there's connection with the woman, then this is why they have. He said, if there wasn't the woman, there wouldn't be the big city either, because they wouldn't work hard. So their impetus to work hard is not natural. It comes from the family, to support the family. On their own, they wouldn't. So he was trying to make the point that all these big cities, beautiful homes, beautiful buildings, were actually created out of sex desire. That's the point he's making here. The materialistic civilization is based on it. So Prabhupada's seeing it in a very broad way. We might be seeing it in a little way. That this is an entanglement or an attachment. But Prabhupada's seeing the whole spectrum of material life expanding from this desire. Yes? And then you could imagine if I became the Prime Minister of your country, because my ancestors were German, they were Austrian, so I worked my way back into it, and become the Prime Minister, and I make a plan that there'll be no more animal slaughter. And how many days do you think I'd live before I'd be shot? 30 minutes? 60 minutes? 2 hours maximum? Or they tried this in America, they tried to stop the sale of alcohol. They made alcohol illegal. It didn't work. People were making alcohol in their bathtubs. They couldn't stop them. And we're going to close all the gambling. Actually, I lived in South Africa during apartheid, during the rule of the Afrikaans. And all these things were restricted. Quite nice. No pornography. It was illegal. Gambling, I don't remember seeing. I think outside of South Africa you'd have to go to gamble. Of course meat was there. But they did not allow stores to remain open past 5 o'clock. Because they wanted people home in the evening with their families. So 5 o'clock, the city closed. It was good for us, for evening program. It was very nice there. You couldn't do Sankirtan, you couldn't do anything. And on Saturday, 1 o'clock, everything closed. They wanted people to be home with their family. And Sunday, nothing open. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. What would happen in your country if we tried to make alcohol illegal? Be a revolution? The whole city would come out in protest? Yes? More or less? Yeah. So, there's a letter in which Prabhupada said that you cannot force people to do austerity. That's what the fundamental Islamic fundamentalists are trying to do. They're forcing austerity. This is the law, you have to do this. that you can't force austerity. You can only educate people why you should do austerity. Because austerity has to be done voluntarily. You can't force anyone to control themselves. You know, they have this group called the Amish, and they came from, I think, maybe they came from Germany or the Netherlands.
Is it true from Germany?
Amish, maybe? A-M-I-S-H. Yes?
They're from Europe.
Somewhere here or Holland, I think. So, their children, they all live on farms. They don't interact with society. So their children are raised separately and they're educated separately. They dress differently. Even their accent is different because they don't mix with the rest of society. But when they're kids, I think are around 18, they tell them go out into the world and do whatever you want. Enjoy your senses. Whatever you want to do, do it. And then see if you want to come back. Why do they do that? Because I guess they must have realized through their own experience that their children have to make their own decision. So they train them in the values and then they let them loose. Because you can't force austerity. So if they come back, it's because they want to. And if they don't, it's because they don't want to. So Prabhupada said, you cannot force austerity, you can only educate people. And through education, they become inspired to do austerity. So now, what is the education? Education is not for austerity. So hardly anyone can do austerity. Somebody tries to live in the temple, many times they can't. They're not used to it. So Prabhupada said, don't force them to live in the temple, educate them with knowledge, and then when they understand, they'll become inspired. So these 4 principles. When you become Krishna conscious, you have no problem with them. When you're not Krishna conscious, you have a lot of problem with them. Anartha nivritti siyat. You know this Rupa Goswami? Adoshada tata sadhusangata bhajana kriya. Anartha nivritti siyat. Anartha nivritti, what is the anartha nivritti? Prabhupada refers to these 4 principles. When you reach the stage of anartha nivritti, then you steadily follow these principles. So Prabhupada said, therefore, no Brahminical initiation until anartha nivritti. Because you have to be steady. You have to be sure that you follow these. Before that, don't become Brahmin. After that, you must follow. That's Brahmin. Brahmin is Sattvaguna. Anartha nivritti syat means Sattvaguna, like we were talking yesterday. These 4 regulative principles are all, if you follow them, you're in Sattvaguna. If you can't follow them, you're in Rajas and Tamas. That's why you can't follow them. Yes? So, when you practice Krishna consciousness, you come to Sattvaguna. When you come to Sattvaguna, following these principles is not a problem. We actually have much bigger problems, but we don't realize it because we're so addicted to sinful activity. The big problem is false ego. I'm controller and enjoyer. That's the real problem. We think these things are a problem. It's a little problem. These are just sinful activities. Chanting Hare Krishna wipes out the reactions to sin. The big problem is that I think I'm Krishna and I want to compete with him. That's the real problem. So when you come to Sattvaguna, you'll stop doing these things. When you become Krishna conscious. A little Krishna conscious, you'll stop these things. It's not such a problem. But the desire to control and enjoy, that will take longer. Even all the way up to the stage of bhava, there's some trace of that desire. That's the problem. At Nartha-niritti, basically, these things are finished. That's how you know. Yes? So, now, as you might know, if you go to a church, they might tell you something like, God wants you to enjoy these things. He created these things for your enjoyment. Have you ever heard that before? So, Prabhupada, he's identifying this philosophy. It's pervasive in India and it's pervasive in the West. God created, if God didn't want you to enjoy, why did he create marijuana? What's the point? He must have wanted you to smoke it.
But marijuana is also a medication. It is also a medication.
Yeah.
It is for something, so
Yeah.
how to use it,
How to understand it? That's what I'm asking. Why did he create it? He also created poisonous herbs. Because he created things for people in different modes of nature. When Krishna created this world, he created things for us to enjoy. Because we want to enjoy them. Not because we're supposed to enjoy them. And he created things in different modes of nature. So, if you're in the mode of goodness, you'll enjoy things in the mode of goodness. In the mode of ignorance or passion, you'll enjoy things in the mode of ignorance and passion. So because we want them, he created them. Just like one, just like once, devotee was asking Prabhupada, why did Krishna make the opposite sex so attractive? It's so much more attractive than anything else. The Prabhupada said, because you wanted to enjoy that, so he made it attractive. But Krishna creates so many things, but it doesn't mean we're meant to enjoy them. But this is the idea of the Christian. God created all these things, that means he created them for you to enjoy. So because we understand the modes of nature, then we understand that religion, what they're preaching, they're all in the mode of passion and ignorance. So they're preaching you can enjoy sex with your wife unlimitedly. Meat eating, of course. Some Christians say if you don't eat meat, you're of the devil. They think that you're supposed to eat meat to be a good Christian, and if you don't, you're becoming a heretic. Or even alcohol you should enjoy because Krishna created that. Right? God wants you to enjoy. So Prabhupada agreed God wants you to enjoy. Once he was asked, what's the purpose of life? Prabhupada said the purpose of life is to enjoy. So it sounded like Prabhupada was also preaching the same thing. But he said, but you're not enjoying it. You don't know how to enjoy it. Because you're trying to enjoy through the modes of nature. So how do you enjoy? Through renunciation. Interesting, isn't it? You enjoy through renunciation. You give up the things everybody wants. You give up the things that everybody is after, that's supposed to make them happy. You give them up and you become happy and they don't. Because in the mode of passion you can't become happy. Not possible. It's a science. In the mode of ignorance, it's impossible to be happy. You suffer like anything. In the mode of ignorance, you suffer at the same time while you're enjoying the suffering and the happiness. They go on together. You don't even get happiness separate from the suffering. You get them at the same time. least in passion, you get your enjoyment before you get your suffering. You understand? So why don't we stop? Then you can ask some questions.
9 o'clock is breakfast. No, 9 o'clock is breakfast.
Okay. So you can, like Prabhupada said, if you're educated and you understand happiness is in goodness, then you can do austerity. That's why you can do it. Yes? You go to Vrindavan, you do Kartik, you walk around barefoot, you choose some austerity you want to do. You're very happy. You live in a simple room. You're very happy. You go in the restaurant, you eat too much, you're very unhappy. Oh, I ate too much. Why did I do that? For a devotee, anytime a devotee indulges in sense gratification more than they need to maintain their body, they're unhappy. Isn't it? Immediately something clicks. Why did I do that? That was such a waste. Now I'm unhappy. So when you have knowledge, sense gratification actually makes you unhappy. And austerity makes you happy. When you're in ignorance, austerity makes you unhappy and sense gratification makes you happy for a while. And all the sense gratification is really doing is helping you forget that you're unhappy. So you remember later that you're unhappy when it wears off. Right? Yes? That's all it's doing. Oh, this weekend we went this, we did that, we had a great time. Yeah. And what about right now? How do you feel? Oh, I have to work, I don't like it. Yeah. So that's, fun's over. Austerity purifies your consciousness, sense gratification contaminates it. So sense gratification, as it contaminates your consciousness, ultimately can only make you unhappy. Right? That's the result. You're just putting more dirt in your consciousness. It doesn't work. Even if it's good sense gratification. One time, early in the movement, devotee was listening to Ravi Shankar. And he was telling Prabhupada, oh, this music is so nice. And Prabhupada said, it's Maya. He said, but Prabhupada, it's Ravi Shankar. Sitar. And Prabhupada said, it's nice Maya. Some Maya is nicer than others. But the result is the same. It doesn't bring you closer to Krishna. Austerity brings you closer to Krishna, so it makes you happy. Sense gratification doesn't bring you closer to Krishna, so it doesn't make you happy. Right? It makes your body happy. But how long can your body be happy for? Till it gets hungry again, till it gets lusty again, till it gets sleepy again. Yes? Okay. You have some question, comment, argument, debate?
Hast du Fragen?
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Auf jeden Fall.
Ja, jetzt kommt die Frage.
Ja, genau. Und wer wird Sie dolmetschen?
Ich werde Deutsch.
Okay. Mein Name ist Levent. Ich komme aus der Tataristan. Ich bin Moslem. Ja?
Ja.
Ich bin heute bei euch, um mir das anzuhören. Ja? Aber ich finde das toll. Toll.
Ein hier.
Okay.
I'm today here to visit you, and I like it very much what you're doing here.
Ich wohne auch hier,
I'm living also here, nearby.
auf der Glenberger Straße Nummer 18.
Just next street here.
Ich arbeite auch hier, bei der AWB.
He works in a company who are cleaning this environment.
Oh, okay.
How is it? Müllabfuhr.
Ja, genau. Ja.
Recycling?
We are working for this recycling company.
Recycling the beer cans?
Yeah, yes.
Ich finde es toll, dass wir uns mal zusammen hinsetzen können. Ne?
We like it very much that we are sitting here together.
Wieso müssen wir uns heutzutage uns gegenseitig bekämpfen? Wieso? Weshalb?
And why we have nowadays to fight each other?
Wieso?
Why? This is his question.
Because we like to fight.
Yes.
Weil wir es mögen zu kämpfen.
We don't like to love, we like to hate.
Wir mögen nicht zu lieben, wir mögen es lieber zu hassen.
Bitte?
Ich übersetze, was er sagt.
Achso. Okay.
Willst du weiterhören?
Ja, ich möchte noch was sagen. Ich bin Moslem.
Wieso muss er dies sagen?
Und Allah Ekber, Allah Ekber. Aber ich finde es toll, dass ich mich hier sitzen darf und euch zuhören darf.
Even though I'm a Muslim, I'm very thankful that I can sit with you here together and can listen to you.
Wieso nicht? Weshalb? Wieso nicht?
Why I should not?
Very good.
Sehr gut. Was ist deine Frage?
Ich hoffe, dass wir uns überall so sitzen können und uns austauschen können. Der Gedanke ist ja überall anders. Muss ja nicht sein. Okay, ich denke an Allah, wir denken, aber der Gedanke, die Menschlichkeit soll nicht anders sein. Wenn die Menschlichkeit weggeht, dann ist alles anders.
He's saying, why is it not like we have it here, sitting here together and can hear and talk? Why can it be in other places the same? Even though the beliefs are maybe others, and but why they're losing their humanity?
What do you think?
Was denkst du, warum das so ist?
Ich denke an mich.
Warum denkst du, dass die Menschen nicht so sein können, wie du das gerne wünschst?
Das ist verschieden. Das ist sehr verschieden. Es gibt zwei Sachen auf der Welt. Das eine ist Geld und das zweite ist Macht.
Money and power, those are the two
Yes.
things. Yeah,
Wenn wir die zwei Sachen uns ausscheiden könnten, dann wären wir sehr wahrscheinlich alle glücklich.
Because
if these two factors would be not there, then people would be living also like they are.
ultimately, when you love God, you love everyone.
Letztendlich, wenn du Gott liebst, dann liebst du jeden.
Ja, genau.
You don't.
Genau.
If you don't love God, then you love money and you love power.
Also wenn du nicht Gott liebst, dann liebst du das Geld und liebst die Macht.
You're going to love something.
Du musst ja irgendwas lieben. So entweder liebst du Gott oder du liebst die Macht.
Kinder,
oder Geld.
meine Familie. Ne?
So when you love God,
Ich möchte was sagen. Ich bin Moslem. Ja? Wir sind jetzt im Ramadan, ja? Aber ich habe Alkohol getrunken. Okay?
Was hast du?
Alkohol getrunken.
Okay, now the Muslim time, they have a special 1 month where they're doing this fasting, it's called Ramadan. And it is not allowed for Muslims to drink alcohol, especially in that month. I mean, it's anyhow forbidden, but especially one should not drink in that month. And he did it.
Und gestern war Kadergeste. Das ist ein extrem Tag.
Yeah,
für uns.
and this is yesterday evening. There was actually a very from that 30 days. It is one of the pious days of that Ramadan day. It was yesterday evening.
But I had,
Du kannst auch ruhig auf Deutsch.
ja, ich hab zu Gott gesagt, es tut mir leid, ja. Ich war abgefuckt gewesen. Hab gesagt, es tut mir leid. Ich hab gefastet. Aber ich war so abgefuckt gewesen, dass ich hab mir Kölsch genommen und hab mir Kölsch getrunken. 1 und 2. Nur noch 3.
Yesterday evening, he fasted the whole day, but at one point he was very much down and with the nerves and so on. He was not feeling so well, and then he started to drink one beer and the second beer.
How many did you finish?
Wie viel hast du denn getrunken?
23?
Gestern.
20?
Genügend.
A lot.
Ich habe auch gefeiert.
So,
Aber meine Frau, ich
Nur eine Frage an
Ja.
dich. Willst du hören, was er dazu sagt, oder willst
Klar.
du selber sprechen?
Nein, klar.
so now
Klar.
you should make a vow to God.
Schlägt dir vor, du kannst ein Gelübde zu Gott machen.
When I feel bad,
Gelübde uns
Gelübde ist ein Versprechen zu Gott.
ein Versprechen. Ja.
Er schlägt dir das vor.
when I feel bad, when I feel down,
Hat er sagt, wenn du dich wieder so schlecht fühlen solltest, wo du dich wieder so voll am Boden fühlst,
instead of drinking, I will pray.
anstatt dass du dann trinkst, dann, dass du dann das Versprechen machst zu Gott, dass du dann dich wieder so schlecht fühlst, dass du dann anfängst zu beten zu Gott.
God will make you feel better than beer can make you feel.
Weil Gott kann dich besseres Gefühl geben, als das Bier dir
We don't drink beer.
Wir trinken zum Beispiel kein Bier.
We're happy.
Wir sind glücklich.
We're happier than the people who drink beer.
Wir sind glücklicher als die Leute, die zum Beispiel Bier trinken.
And no side effects.
Und die hat auch keinen Nebeneffekt.
Das ist auch.
Okay. Any other question?
Gibt es noch andere Fragen?
Ja,
Er wird das noch-
bei uns.
Andere dürfen auch noch fragen?
Ja, klar, aber.
Mach wieder du, danach wieder du.
Ja, okay.
Habt ihr noch Fragen?
Lukas,
Wir sagen immer, wir müssen uns alle respektieren.
He said that it is said that everyone should respect each other.
Yeah.
Egal wo wir sind.
It doesn't matter where we
Sie
are.
haben mich wirklich so aufgenommen, wie. Ich weiß jetzt nicht.
Why? Why should we respect? Or how? How?
Er fragt dich,
How do you think?
was deine Meinung ist, wie sollte das getan werden, das gegenseitige Respekt?
Gegendes Respekt, ja. Nicht
You know, in India,
jetzt, nicht für heute.
we say
We
namaste.
In Indien sagt man Namaste.
You've heard namaste?
Das Wort, ne?
It means
Das
I
bedeutet,
bow
ich bringe dir,
to the God within you.
ich bringe den Gott, der in deinem Herzen weilt, meine Ehrerbietung an.
So we see God within everyone. So we respect everyone.
So, wir sehen das Göttliche in jedem und deshalb bringen wir auch in jedem unsere Achtung zur Ehrerbietung.
We see God within the animals also,
Wir sehen auch das Göttliche in einem Tier,
not just humans.
nicht nur bei den Menschen.
Achso, ja, das ist anders.
So we respect animals also.
So, deshalb respektieren wir auch Tiere.
We let them live.
Wir lassen die leben.
We don't eat them.
Wir essen die zum Beispiel nicht.
That's because we see God in them. We see God in the animal also.
Weil wir das Göttliche auch in die Tiere sehen.
Okay, vielen lieben.
We also respect beer by not drinking it.
Wir respektieren auch Bier, aber wir trinken es nicht.
Ja, ist okay.
We respect animals by not eating and respect beer by not drinking.
Wir respektieren die Tiere, indem wir die nicht essen, und wir respektieren Bier, indem wir es nicht trinken.
Okay.
So we stop now? It's okay?
Ja.
Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
O Premanandi Hari.
Jai.